Let's have a look at an update here on the Hiskens Steeplechase, the big thrill race of the day. Airmond, $2.70 and $2.40 for your $1 investment. Samoy, $7.90 and $3.20. Mountain Gold, $2.90 and $2, getting very close to Airmond there on the tote. Scratch Eleanor Girl and Suede Boy, number 6 Light Horse, $4.30 and $1.60. 7 Miss Emma, $39.20 and $7.90. Barabar, $11.70 and $2.90, and Veteran, $76.30 and $12.10. That's the scene at the moment. There are the runners in the big steeplechase, the AV Hiskens Steeple, the 47th in the series, worth $20,000, coming down into the mounting yard. The jockey's about to get instructions. Our men will be down there, Keith Hillier, Alan Trevena, to discuss the situation shortly. But in this program, brought to you live by Carlton and United Breweries on Hiskens Steeple Day from Moonee Valley, we take this break. Well, there's the scene in the mounting yard now as the horses parade, 7 of them in this what should be a magnificent race. The jockeys there receiving their instructions, and Keith Hillier now to give you his expert opinions.
And Airmond, marginally favourite ahead of another New Zealander, Mountain Gold. My selection is Mountain Gold. He was the winner of the Great Northern Steeple in New Zealand. He won that race by 2 lengths. That race was over 6,400 metres, so there's little or no doubt that he'll run this distance right out. At his only race debut, he won here at Moonee Valley. That was last start on July 17. He won by a half neck from Suede Boy, scratching from today's race. But Alan Trevena, if you would have watched the replay of Mountain Gold's win, and it was a very impressive debut, wasn't it?
Yes, Keith, it was. I reckon Tim Douglas is a top trainer. You remember he had Battle Heights, and well, 6,400 metres. He would have had to freshen this horse up to run 3,600. Yeah, great win, and I believe on the grapevine that Tim can't hear of Mountain Gold being beat, so I'm sticking with you and Tim.
OK, well, the Mountain Gold, of course, Alan, being ridden by Bill Londrigan, and you mentioned about the boys here riding, Alan. Did you confirm the exact payment they get for riding in the Hiskens Steeple today?
Yes, $56 for the Hiskens, and when it gets 4,000 metres or over, they get $63. That only takes in around about 4 or 5 races a year, the Nationals and the Grand Annual.
Right. Well, Airmond, of course, the most interesting runner. Airmond won the Grand National Hurdle Race at Flemington 2 starts back. This is his first start over steeples. He's a 9-year-old by Ben Lomond. And Alan, Airmond has schooled particularly well, I believe.
Well, Keith, yes, you'd have to, because, you know, the stewards here are very strict on the horses qualifying. As you see, like, it's unbelievable, you know, in a Mountain Gold, a Grand National winner in New Zealand wasn't allowed to start because he hadn't schooled to the satisfaction of the stewards. So that just shows you, like, the thought that's going into jumping racing by the racing club. So, yeah, no, he would have to school well, otherwise he wouldn't be allowed to run in the race.
Samoy, winner of the Grand National Steeplechase at Flemington, in fact a dual winner of that race. Harry Green, the rider, the trainer Kevin Thompson, father of our leading jockey Brent Thompson. He's
only a little pony, isn't he, Keith Samoy? But he's all heart, and he'll run a great race, no doubt about him.
We spoke about Mountain Gold, so we'll go on now to Light Horse. Light Horse was runner-up at Flemington, beaten by a short half head by safekeeping, and then 3rd to Samoy in the Grand National Steeplechase. So he's in the race with the top chance, Al.
Yes, Keith. Well, his form, you know, is very consistent, 1st, 2nd and 3rd. I hope he doesn't make it a 4th today for them, but yes, no, he'll run a good race. Like, it's a pretty classy field, an even field, isn't it, Keith?
Miss Emma won a steeplechase at Casterton 2 starts back after winning a hurdle race at Edenhope. At her last start, and she is a 7-year-old mare, she finished 2nd last on the flat at Mount Gambier. So she's one of the roughies in the race, El, and on the tote showing $43 the win.
I don't think she'd have the class of these top horses, Keith.
Barabar, a last start 3rd here at Moonee Valley, beaten less than 2 lengths behind Mountain Gold, carried 60 kilos on that occasion, drops to 57 kilos today. But by the same token, Mountain Gold drops 4 kilos from his winning weight at Moonee Valley. Yes,
Keith, well, Teddy O'Sullivan's a top trainer. I've been fortunate enough to ride a few winners for him, so I'm hoping it goes well for him, but I think that's what I'll be doing, just hoping for him.
Keith Rawiller, who rides number 9 Veteran, has a dual licence. He also is a trotting trainer and driver. That's quite unique in Victoria, isn't it?
Well, he doesn't have to go far if he wants to get an extra quid tonight, does he?
Right. Do you give Veteran a chance? He's an 8-year-old Alan. He's won 5 of his 70 starts.
No, Keith, I think he'd be praying for a miracle.
We lost, of course. There's the approximates on screen now. Airmond for $1 showing $2.50. That's odds of 6 to 4. Samoy $7.60 the win. Mountain Gold $3 2-1. So obviously it is a 2-horse race in the eyes of punters. Airmond at 6 to 4 tote odds. Mountain Gold 2-1 tote odds. The only other horse given a chance is Light Horse, showing $4.80, odds of just under 4 to 1. It's going to be a great spectacle, Alan. We'll have a look how the tipsters saw the race. Mountain Gold got the nod with 5 wins and a total of 4 minor placings for 21 points. Airmond 3 outright selections and a total of 17 points. Samoy had 9 points, 1 win, 1 second, 4 thirds. Light Horse 1 outright selection, a total of 5, and Barrabar a couple of second placings for a total of 4 points. The race, of course, was robbed of international interest, with Australia's 2 chances, Eleanor Girl and Suede Boy, both having to miss. It's going to be a New Zealand victory, I'd imagine. Airmond, Mountain Gold or Samoy. My pick, Mountain Gold.
Yes, I'll stick with Mountain Gold, but I hope Australia can retain the Ashes.
Right. Alan, 3,600 metres, 17 fences, hard way to earn $56.
Yes, Keith, it is. I think I'd get tired on about the first lap. I probably wouldn't open my eyes for the first 3 or 4 jumps, but no, it's a very testing course, Keith, here in Moonee Valley, and especially jumping over these large obstacles here. But like I said before, can't stress it enough. I'm a keen jumping fan, and these horses are well up to the job of running the distance and jumping those fences.
How physically demanding would it be, Alan, for the boys on top?
Yes, it's very hard. We only very limited 3,200 metre races on the flat, and you've got to ride plenty of work. You've got to keep yourself in peak condition to ride 3,200, and that's just on the flat. So these boys, like some of these horses, they'll be kicking these horses along with half a lap to go. So by gee, they're fit boys. And of course, for some of them, there's only 2 or 3 rides a week, isn't there? Yes, most of them have to have a job at something else, Keith. That's pity, but that's the way the racing game is, I'm afraid. Well, what percentage of Victoria's jumping jockeys, Ellen, would have to have at least part-time work to supplement their incomes? Well, I think one of the boys may get a bit of income from riding track work. Well, that'd help a bit, but the majority of them would have to work for a living. Comments then from Alan Trevina. The horses having a look at the first fence. Soon they'll be on their way and into the starting stalls. We'll take this commercial break and then back live for the highlight of the day's racing here at Moonee Valley, the AV Hiskens Steeplechase.
Well, here at Moonee Valley, the runner's getting down behind the stalls for the AV Hiskens Steeple, and let me check the result of the second race in Adelaide for you. The winner was the favourite, number 2, Champers and Orange, paid $1 for the win for a place 65. Second, number 3, Karmic Destiny, paid 80 cents, and third, 5, Velanara, $3.05. I know it's a little confusing at times, but the odds we show you are for $1. The odds you see on your screen before a race are for $1, but after the race we reduce it all back to 50 cents for you. Hope we don't confuse you too much, but that's the way it is, has to be, because all odds shown on courses these days are returns, actually, for a $1 investment. The Hiskens Steeplechase has always been a great race. There's Barrabar on your screen at the moment, and that one is Mountain Gold, one of the New Zealanders. Last year it was won by Suede Boy, beat Mr. Hickey, a New Zealander, and Don Ruin. The year before, a New Zealander, Blue Kazan, won it. And Roughneck 3 or 4 years ago, great performance. He beat Strasbourg, who'd won the year before that. But you can go back and you can see the Van Perrys are there, and the great horses right back through history have contested this race, which I think has even become a better race as the years go on. Now they're moving in. Runners coming up to the stalls, 17 fences. They jump 1 in the straight after 100 metres, and they actually jump that 3 times. It becomes the last the next time around. Now, Barrabar stands in. From Eamon, winner of 2 Grand National hurdles. Light Horse is ready with Mountain Gold. Veteran is in, and we're waiting on Samoy and Miss Emma. Samoy's won 2 Grand National steeplechases. Just the worry, he might get a little too far behind. Samoy is in. And the other one to come up is Miss Emma, standing well back from the line. 6 of them in, 1 to come up. Miss Emma being led in. Attendants working on Miss Emma to get her up to the stalls. Now Miss Emma coming up towards the line, the last one to come in. Miss Emma goes in and they're ready. 17 fences. Eamon the favourite. 6-4 on the tote. Mountain Gold, the only other one really in the betting, and they're all set. Lights on. Racing at the first attempt. Jumped away beautifully, and Samoy's actually the early leader, going across with Eamon over near the inside and Light Horse. Here's the first, the 3 of them almost in line. Eamon jumped it beautifully, landed a length in front of Light Horse. Then Barabar, 2 to Samoy, a length and a half Mountain Gold, 1 to Veteran, and a length away Miss Emma. Now they've got 2 laps of the track to go and 16 fences to jump. And Eamon, the dual Grand National hurdle winner, is 2 lengths in front of Light Horse, 1 further back in 3rd placing Barabar, 2 to Mountain Gold inside Samoy, 2 then to Veteran, and about 2 lengths to Miss Emma. Now here's this treble down the hill. Eamon comes to it about 3 or 4 in front, over the first, beautifully hurdled it really. Light Horse was second as they go to the second. He stood off Eamon, landed 4 in front. Here's the 3rd of the treble, and Eamon over at about 4 or 5 lengths. Light Horse and Barabar going to second now. 4 lengths to Mountain Gold and a half to Samoy, and 2 lengths to Veteran and Miss Emma. Into the back section near the 1100 the first time, and Eamon bowling along about 5 lengths in front under a good hold and with his ears pricked as he comes to the double near the 1000. Eamon to the first of them, over at about 4 or 5 lengths to Barabar, 4 lengths to Light Horse as they go to the second of the double. 3 lengths away Samoy. Oh, Eamon hit that on the inside of Samoy, who nearly fell. Samoy. Mountain Gold jumped past it. 2 lengths to Miss Emma and a half away Veteran. There's 15 lengths covering the field, and they're up by the 700, and another double coming up now by the side. And the leader Eamon out about 4 or 5 lengths as he draws to this one from Barabar. Jumped that safely. 3 lengths away Light Horse, 3 to Mountain Gold, a half to Samoy making up its ground again. 4 away Miss Emma and Veteran. Here's the one at the 400 now, the first time round. And Eamon came to it about 5 in front from Barabar. Over it safely. 2 to Light Horse, 2 to Samoy. 1 to Mountain Gold. Now the boys pulled the whip on Mountain Gold. He's not going so well today. 4 to Miss Emma and a length to Veteran. They're entering the straight, and they're about to come to this jump in the straight, which will be the 9th. And Eamon's lead only a couple of lengths now as they draw to it under a good grip. Barabar and Light Horse together, and then 2 to Samoy, 3 to Mountain Gold. Oh, Eamon got over it, not all that well. He's only a length now to Light Horse with a lap to go. 8 fences to jump. 1 away then Barabar. 1.5 Samoy keeping a lot closer. 3 to Mountain Gold is having his ears scrubbed off. 2.5 then to Miss Emma and 3 to Veteran last. Out of the straight, 1600 to go in the Hiskens. Eamon only a length now to Light Horse, a length and a half away Barabar. 1 to Mountain Gold, who under that great pressure is still making ground. He's been forced wide. Samoy's gone for the rails run as Eamon starts to run out to the first of the treble. And about 3 to Miss Emma and Veteran jump badly. Eamon led over the second of the treble, a length to Light Horse. Here he comes to the 3rd of it. And he led over to length and a half Light Horse. Barabar a length 3rd. 1.5 Samoy and Mountain Gold, who's still under the whip on the outside. 3 to Miss Emma and Veterans dropped out. They go to the double near the 1100 and Eamon by 2 lengths. Light Horse is under the whip now. 1 away Samoy is running on gallantly from Barabar, and Mountain Gold coming again about 4 wide on the outside. Didn't jump it well, Mountain Gold, and 2 to Miss Emma. Second of the double. Eamon a big leap, landed 2.5 to Light Horse. 3 away then Mountain Gold, who went past Samoy, who again jumped badly. Miss Emma's running on next and then dropping out Barabar from Veteran. 700 to go. Eamon's lead is 3 lengths. Light Horse under the whip second, battling on, and 4 lengths Mountain Gold at the 3rd last. Eamon over it only about a length and a half. Second Light Horse and 5 lengths Samoy. Mountain Gold's gone, and then Miss Emma. Here's the second last. Eamon a length and a quarter. Draws to it a length and a half now to Light Horse. Over it safely. Light Horse hit it. Eamon landed 2.5 in front of Light Horse. 3 away then Miss Emma, Samoy, Mountain Gold, but on the turn 400 to go. Eamon is 3 lengths in front in the Hiskens. 1 fence to jump, 300 metres to go, and he's holding them. The boys hard at him. Light Horse 2 behind him. Eamon made the turn badly. Then Samoy, Airmond a length and a half in front, coming to the last. If he jumps it well, he'll win. Airmond draws to it. Oh, he hit it. So did Light Horse, though. And Airmond's going to win the Hiskens. Leads all the way. Great win. Airmond by 2 lengths. Second, Light Horse. A nick away, third, Samoy. Fourth, Miss Emma. 2 lengths to Mountain Gold. Then 150 metres to Veteran, and Barabar has run last. A thrilling AV Hiskens Steeplechase. Airmond mixed his jumping. Some great leaps, particularly early when he hurdled his fences. He just stood off and really let go at them, but he made a few mistakes, and he made a mistake at the last, but so did the second horse, Light Horse, and Airmond just had too much speed. Number 1, Airmond, ridden by N. Hain, was first. Number 6, Light Horse, second. Number 2, Samoy, third. The winner, Airmond, to pay $1.25 and 90. Light Horse to pay 90. No third dividend for Samoy. The time is up, 4:13.9, and it has smashed the record to smithereens. 4:13.9 registered by Airmond, and this seems silly, but it's taken 4 1/5 seconds off the previous track record, which was held by Grand Rob. 4 1/5 seconds. Boy, oh boy. No wonder some of them were under the whip and being scrubbed up a long way from home. And there's Airmond making the home turn badly. Light Horse on the inside, and that's Miss Emma out wide and Samoy on the rails. If you watch the last fence, you'll see Light Horse and the leader, Airmond, both bungled it. Didn't jump it well, but just too superior on the flat, and he's drawn away again, Airmond, and goes to the line in record-breaking time to score by perhaps 2.5 lengths from Light Horse, who's just beaten Samoy for second placing. Wonderful performance, and here's a close-up again of that last fence. Didn't look like falling, Airmond, but it wasn't the best jump in the world, but still, as I say, neither was Light Horse. He's a great performer, this fellow. 2 Grand National hurdles and a Hiskens steeple to his credit now. Airmond, the New Zealander, by Ben Lomond from Calm Jane, raced by the estate of the late J.W. Winder and E.D. Pratt, trained by J.E. Winder, son of the deceased owner, or part owner, and ridden by N. Hain, who today, no cat calls as there were in the Grand National hurdle when he won that after a very poor performance in a hurdle here at the Valley. Today the crowd very thrilled and applauding as Hain doffs his cap to them and brings this great 9-year-old New Zealander back to scale. Well, a real thriller. Light Horse has run a big race. Samoy jumped badly. Once he nearly fell, and a couple of times he crashed through obstacles. Mountain Gold, never comfortable. The boy always at it to try and keep in touch with them. And Mountain Gold was never, ever really going to win. Miss Emma has run 4th in the race. Quite a good performance, because not many people thought that she had any chance at all in the race, but this 7-year-old mare has done a good job, and she made up a lot of ground. Actually probably got into 3rd placing at the home turn for a few strides. Those tote dividends official now. For 50 cents, Airmond 125 and 90. Light Horse 90, no third dividend. The Quinella on the race $4.30. The running double here on course paid $8.60, and the trifecta on the race 1, 6 and 2 paid $50.60. Let's take this break, and then we should have the weight signal and openers for the next event.
The cool, crystal clear taste. Perfect with any meal. Carlton Crown Lager. The first and last words on table beer.
For the good times.
Now, there's Mountain Gold's rider, having weighed in, coming back to scale. Mountain Gold having finished 5th in the race. It's W. Londrigan. And so the signal is about to go up. A record for the race, 4:13.9. Well, it just shows how great this track is here today. And we've had a race record broken, and this time a course record, not just broken, smashed, 4 1/5 seconds. Incredible. Now, Keith Hillier has Neil Hayne, the boy who was successful. Another dashing ride on his part on Airmond in the AV Hiskens Steeplechase.
Well, Neil, Airmond having his first start in a steeplechase today, led all the way and chopped 4.15 seconds off the record. That performance is nothing short of fantastic.
That is a fantastic effort, Keith. He's only ever jumped steeplechase fences 3 times in his life. He jumped them at Epsom one morning, and then he came here and he schooled round the Valley circuit twice, and then he's come out and done what he's done today over the big fences.
Well, just how good is Airmond?
Well, he's a remarkable horse. He's come back after 2 years off, and you know, he's just the same as he was 2 years ago. He's just really shows he's, you know, you just can't describe him. Magnificent, you know.
Well, he's going to be 10 years old tomorrow. What's ahead for him, because he's got a lot of wins in him yet?
Well, he'll possibly come back here next year, I would think, Keith.
Well, if he does, he's going to get plenty of weight.
Yes, he'll get a lot of weight. I feel he was probably a little bit harshly treated today, considering he's having his first steeplechase. But, you know, when your way wins today like that and breaks the record by 4.1 seconds, as you said, well, it leaves nothing to be desired about what a marvellous horse he is, and obviously weight's not going to worry him in that respect.
I suppose, Neil, an alternative would be to take him to America, where steeplechasing is a rich sport there.
Oh, well, you know, you'd have to consider it, I would think.
Has that been considered?
Well, it hasn't been considered as yet, but I suppose, you know, you probably could consider it if he was to come back here next year and win national double or something like that, you know.
Well, you gave a dashing exhibition, but most of your riding is really on the flat in New Zealand, isn't it?
Yes, most of it has been on the flat in the last season and a half, 2 seasons.
Have you put on a bit of weight while you've been here?
Definitely, Keith.
Right.
Mum will have to go to work when I get home.
What would you weigh now?
I'd probably tip the scales about 59.5.
And what's your normal riding weight?
At home I walk around about 50, 51.
Well, how are you going to get rid of 8 kilos?
As I said, Mum will have to do some work on me.
OK, Neil, well, just keep your mouth shut. That seems to do the best, doesn't it?
Definitely does, Keith.
Congratulations. A fine ride on a fantastic steeplechaser.
Good. Thank you very much, Keith.
We'll take this commercial break. You've been listening to Neil Hayne, winner of the rider of Airmond, winner of the AV Hiskens Steeplechase here at Moonee Valley.